Mars, an unforgiving wasteland of rock. Nothing lives there because nothing can. Problem is, us LEGO fans know differently. A young medallion is gifted LEGO Racers 2 by his uncle. Now, of all the lands that you can race through in LEGO Racers 2, my favorite one was Mars. And one of the cool things about Mars was that I recognized the theme. LEGO Racers 2 was made at a time where I was basically just newborn in. So a lot of the themes were themes that I really didn't grow up with LEGO. However, my brother had been gifted by our parents a Life on Mars set, and this happened to be the alien encounter. And I still to this day think the alien encounter is one of the best small intro sets to a theme. I just absolutely loved it as a kid. The problem was, my brother, although a few years older than me, was also very young when he got it. And so, from my earliest recollection of this set, we didn't have the alien head. He had somehow lost it. We had all the other parts of the set, we just didn't have the alien head. And I knew kind of what it was supposed to look like just by the instructions. But the problem was we didn't have internet at the time, and I did not know of Bricklink or eBay or anything. And so there was no way to get this head back by the time I was probably like 10 or so. And so I just always was very curious to get the complete set. So when I played LEGO Racers 2, I saw all the aliens and what they looked like. Of course, it wasn't the actual LEGO minifigure, but it was still my favorite land by far. Well, after I'd gotten a little bit older, my brother and our dad went down to Legoland. And on the trip, they stopped by our cousin's house, and the boy happened to just have the arrow tube hanger. And so my brother and him took some photos, and I got to see once again what they actually look like in person, but I'm not actually able to get my hands on the Life on Mars minifigures. And so from that point on, all of that kind of led up to me just being so captivated by this cool theme with these cute little aliens, and there's no sort of fighting going on. But I never actually was able to get my hands on any minifigures. And so I told myself, when I get older, I'm gonna buy this sets from this theme. I'm gonna get this theme. The problem is, now that I was an adult and had a steady income, the price of LEGO sets had also increased. For instance, the arrow tube hanger had increased by about 300%. If I wanted to avoid getting broke, I was going to need some way to get Life on Mars sets without breaking the bank. And that's how I ended up on eBay getting incomplete and used Life on Mars sets, then combining the sets to get the full sets. And the reason why this worked out is because most of the time, LEGO fans want just the one complete set. And there's really nobody out there like me that's crazy enough to get a whole bunch of different sets and combine them all. So I was able to get them all at a discounted price, at the problem of now having multiples of the same piece that just never got forgotten. Okay, so skip forward to today, and now I have quite a bit of every single set. So let me quickly show you what I currently have, and then you can see them all put together. 10 T3 trikes, 10 solar explorers, 11 excavation searchers, 17 red planet protectors, 11 recon mech RPs, 5 red planet cruisers, and 10 arrow tube hangers. As part of the arrow tube hangers, I have 15 pumps and 100 arrow tubes. With each arrow tube being about 25 centimeters, that means I have about 25 meters worth of just arrow tubes. So let's see my collection now.
Psych!
Well, thank you all for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you want to see some more Life on Mars, feel free to subscribe. I'm planning on making a whole series about Life on Mars, including some behind the scenes of me setting up my Life on Mars display that you saw in this video, as well as some extra information and discussions about like the radio logs, the lesser known Life on Mars sets, and things like that, and old video games that Life on Mars appeared in. Once again, thanks for watching and party on.